It's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on spilt liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
Oh, what's going on, folks? Another episode of Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. Got a big guest tonight. Got another good one for you today, as my man Steve Harvey would say. I'd like to bring on my guy, Striker. Striker, come on, brother.
Striker is here.
What's up, dude?
What's going on? I'm excited for tonight.
Yeah.
Excited.
Another banger.
Absolutely. So let's get into it. I can't wait no longer.
All right, hold on. Let me get our sponsors.
I'm too damn excited. I'm too damn excited tonight.
All right, let me promo our sponsors here. First, we got Habits Beer and Tobacco, 969. I got a fat tongue. 960 Franklin Street. Coldest beer in town, best deals. And we got Red's Barbecue, 3116 Elton Road. Some of the best food you're gonna find. Good people.
Yes.
Get the stuffed peppers with sauce. Tremendous.
Pretty good, huh?
Oh my.
All right, so you ready to bring on our guest, Spencer?
Please, let's bring him on.
Oh, I'm excited for this. I can't wait. Here we go. Spencer Slade, what's happening, my man?
Hey guys, I appreciate you for having me on this on the show. I can't wait to shoot the you know what, as we like to say in the business.
We can't either, man. It's a pleasure. Thank you again.
No, thank you for having me on.
I'm excited. I'm excited today, Spencer. I almost called off work because I was so damn excited.
Hey, me too. I love doing these. I love doing these wrestling interviews because, you know, there's not many other people in the world that I get to talk wrestling, like passionately talk wrestling, other than maybe a couple people in the business, or when I'm alone by myself, just talking to myself about wrestling. So I'm looking forward to it.
Very cool, man. So we'll jump right into it, right off the bat. Let's talk about your AEW experience, man. We got to talk about that. How'd that go?
Yeah, so my last thing I've done with AEW was I've done the 4 different matches for them up until the big Pittsburgh show. So I've done a singles match against Hangman Page. I've done a tag match against the Dark Order. Stu Grace and Evil Uno are here. I've done a tag match against Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels SCU. I've done another 6-man tag against the Dark Order and Colt Cabana, and then in Pittsburgh, which was really cool. And AEW was here doing their thing here in Pittsburgh. I was in a tag match with one of the other Nightmare Factory guys against I think it was Arn Anderson's son Brock and Lee Johnson. And that was pretty cool. I mean, I hit a couple suplexes, kind of did my thing, and that was definitely the biggest crowd I've ever been in front of. There was probably, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 people in that building. It was pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, Yeah, man. I remember watching you. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, it was the first time, as like an independent wrestler, when you start out, you're starting out wrestling, in the bingo halls, the local stuff, and there might only be anywhere from 20 to 300 people. And then when you get on that first big show in the Indies in front of a couple hundred people, you're like, wow, this is pretty cool. But you know, when you wrestle in front of like in an arena in front of a sold out people, now how cool and awesome it is to you get a little feel of how cool and awesome it is to perform in front of a large crowd because that's the whole goal is to be able to do that every single week. And it was such an awesome experience, but at the same time, it was so motivational because it just makes you want more.
So
Absolutely.
there was a name that you mentioned in there. I'm intrigued by Brock Anderson just because Arn Anderson's in my top 3 favorite wrestlers of all time, and Brock looks exactly like the old man. What was your opinion of him? Like, does he have a chance to be a star?
You know what? I'm very, very, like I said, I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinion. That's one thing about me is even when I talk wrestling to people in wrestling, I always give them my honest opinion. I can't lie to you. I don't know because it's just because your dad's, a famous wrestler, that doesn't automatically mean that you yourself are going to be a great wrestler. It's, I guess we'll wait and see. I mean, when I was in the ring watching him do his thing in the ring, I could tell he was kind of green here or there. He doesn't have the best body, but at the end, I mean, but he is, I mean, around a bunch of good minds there in AEW. So, I mean, I hope he does well, but I mean, it's one of the things where you're gonna have to wait and see.
So do you think that there's a little nepotism there? That's how he's getting on. He's getting on the
Yeah, you know
cards.
what? Because obviously, and this is what I understand about wrestling. I get it. If your dad's a famous wrestler or your mom's a famous this or that in the wrestling business, usually you have a job for life, or it's so much easier to get signed than said an independent guy like me, where you got to start from the bottom. So, of course, us indie guys like myself, when I see somebody that's the son or daughter of a legendary wrestler, and they automatically get a contract or a sign before and they never had to step foot or wrestle in the indies. They never had to pay their dues on the indies. Sometimes you ask yourself, do they really love wrestling like I do, or are they just doing it just because they were handed this opportunity in front of them? Because in my opinion, in order to be the best in this business, you have to absolutely love it from the independent level up. You have to love wrestling. I mean, you look at the top wrestlers in the world, they all started wrestling in little bingo halls, here and there. But I get it, man. It's and hey, trust me, if my dad was Ric Flair and I had and I had a job waiting for me, I would be the most happiest guy in the world. But at the same time, I would understand that what I have is a huge opportunity that a lot of guys very rarely get. So that's kind of so. I mean, I hope he does well. I mean, I love Arn Anderson.
So, coming off of that, uh, is there any kind of chance that you could put pen to paper and there could be a Spencer Slade in AEW?
You know,
Yes.
I have to be. I mean, and I don't want to lose an opportunity. Like I'm going to be honest with you guys. I mean, from day one, my dreaming goal has always been to NXT to WWE. Even with AEW coming here, being developed, I'm still always that loyal WWE guy. I'm not saying that I personally am mad at AEW, but it's like I've already done 4 or 5 matches for you guys. I mean, I'm in better shape than 99% of your roster. I know I'm a better wrestler than 90% of your roster. It's like, what else, what else do I need to do to get signed? Because I'm the kind of guy that I'm not going to sit around and wait for somebody to make the decision if they think that I'm good enough to be for their promotion. Now, I'm going to go out there and do what I got to do. And if I get signed somewhere else, that's fine. But, if somebody from AEW's watching, just I want to, hey, I'm free. I'm free to be signed. Let me know if you want me, you got me. So that's kind of how I feel about it.
Well, as far as the NXT thing, I love nothing more than to see you and Braun Breaker just toss each other around in NXT.
It's the thing. It's like all the guys that I want to wrestle so bad are obviously signed, whether it's AEW or NXT. So that's why you kind of see me grinding and hustling, and getting these bigger matches and wrestling a couple different promotions, trying to make a name for myself because I'm trying to get signed, man. I'm trying to get on TV where the money's at, where the eyes are at, and most importantly, that's where you should want to be. You should want to do your thing in front of the most eyes on the biggest stage in them all.
Well, you're definitely getting eyes on you. That's for damn sure, Spencer.
Yes, sir.
You're one of the biggest names in indie wrestling right now, in my opinion.
Well, I appreciate that. There's everybody has their opinion. I kind of just stick my nose to the grindstone and just kind of do my thing. I'll hear I'll hear of other indie wrestlers. I think you see on Facebook or Instagram, it's there's a lot of independent wrestlers out there that might think that they're better than what they really are, or they're always posting content. I don't really watch my other indie guys unless if it's a big time Bill Collier because I care about him, but I don't really watch many other indie guys because I'm just so narrowly focused on myself. I'm kind of just over here doing my thing, but for you to say, that I appreciate you saying that means a lot.
Absolutely, man.
So on the
guys, you guys can see when you're an independent wrestler, man, it's tough, man. You got to start from square one. Like I said, if you're not Arn Anderson's son, you got to start from the bottom. You got to find a couple promotions, make a name for yourself. But it's going to be that much more rewarding when that time does come.
Right.
So go ahead, Larry.
Sorry. So tell us about some backstage about AEW. How was it behind the curtain? Who was
awesome. That's probably one of the other reasons why that if AEW decided to take me, I would like it there is because the backstage area was cool. Everybody there was super cool and supportive. I think everybody back there loves wrestling, loves pro wrestling. They don't like sports entertainment. They like pro wrestling, and I'm sure you guys know those are two different things. I think also too, most of like the older guys there in AEW that've been around a while, like they understand that they were once me. They were once a young guy in the indies grinding, trying to make a name for himself. So they can see the love and passion in your eyes because like everybody's been where you have before. They just might have been doing it longer than you have. So it was pretty cool. I'll tell you guys a cool story backstage. So this was at the AEW show in Pittsburgh. It was Dynamite and Rampage. It was on Wednesday and Friday, and it was the day before Cage Fury that we had in Pittsburgh. Well, I had this awesome encounter with Mark Henry of all people, and it's crazy because Mark Henry does the Sirius XM a radio with Dave LaGreca and my manager at IWC at Justin LeVar.
Yeah, it's
I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about.
Busted Open.
Yeah, Busted Open. Yeah. So we're all backstage. I'm sitting next to big time Bill Collier. There's a couple other AEW guys sitting around. Mark Henry sitting down in a chair, and we're all sitting there watching Dynamite. And I'm kind of standing kind of in the back, letting all the guys, sign guys, have their spots, which is what you're supposed to do. So I'm kind of just in the back, just watching the show, minding my own business. And at the corner of my eye, Mark Henry points at me and tells me to come here. And I'm thinking, man, did I do something today? Did you get heat with somebody or what? What's going on here? And when Mark Henry points the finger and tells you to come, you can feel him just like commanding. You can just feel his authority.
If he tells you to come, you're going over.
Yeah. He called me over and said, hey, I know you're Spencer Slade. I heard a lot of great things about you. Keep working hard because you're eventually going to make it. And I thought that was the coolest thing in the world, man. Getting that little 30 to minute long conversation with Mark Henry, that right there kind of just gave me the confirmation to know that my hard work's paying off. Like it's gonna pay off eventually. That was a cool moment.
That's very cool.
Very, very awesome. Yeah. So you mentioned big time Bill Collier. We're gonna move. We're gonna go to the next thing here. So, first round match in the Super Indy.
Oh man, man.
I would have picked that. I'm almost disappointed that they put you guys in the first round match because I think that could be a final.
I know. I really was hoping that was going to be the finals, because I think that winning your finals, regardless of where of who else is in that bracket. But I'm not gonna I don't want to bash IWC too much, but looking at the bracket, I think the people in charge of putting that bracket don't want to see big time Bill Collier in the finals, so that's why they put us in the opening round. Which, hey, you know what? Which is fine, because big time Bill Collier and I are going to go in there and do our thing. And I think out of all the matches there, it's going to be the best match you're going to see. And I'm sure you guys, I know you guys have had big time on the show before. I think I've talked about him before, but I'll say it again right before the show. But there's nobody else in the Indies I got more respect for than Bill Collier. I see guys in the Indies all the time. I see, I'll see videos of viral videos from these independent wrestlers, or somebody's trying to hype up another indie wrestler. But come on, there's only one indie wrestler that I watch, and that's big time Bill Collier, because he's the best, And sometimes I get jealous saying that, because as much as I think I'm the best, I know big time Bill Collier is a little bit better than me, and that's just me being respectful of myself and knowing that he's obviously got more experience. But big time Bill Collier is a man, and I'm sure you guys have had him on before, and there's no reason why he shouldn't be main eventing WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. I mean, that's how damn good the guy is. But the fact that I got to wrestle him the first round of Super Indy, I mean, I've got all the respect in the world for Big Bill, but definitely this week I've trained as hard as I could, because I'm gonna make sure that he doesn't knock me out in the middle of that ring with his big punch that he has. I'm gonna find a way, whether I gotta cheat to win or what. But my manager Justin LeBar and I, because we're the bad guys here in IWC, I'm gonna find a way to escape Big Bill Collier with the win. That's how I'm saying it. Escape big time with the win.
So big time, in other words, big time's going to be looking at the lights on Saturday night, huh?
I know, right?
While you get the win, is that your prediction? You're going to get the win, right, Spencer?
Of course, that's you know me, I'm confident in myself. That's the thing too, is Big Time and I have wrestled each other 3 times. I've teamed up with him twice, so I know his game better than anybody. Anybody else, out of all the people in that tournament, I know Big Time Bill Collier the best. So, I heard that he does have a bad foot. So, if Big Time Bill Collier watching, I'm putting it out there right now that I'm going for that foot, man. I'm trying to get that ankle lock. That's what I'm going for. I'm putting it out there.
Oh man!
And I think the fans are gonna. I think the fans are really in for something special, because both Big Time and I, we take pro wrestling seriously. We try to present pro wrestling the way I think it should be, and that's a struggle and a conflict and being as believable and as real as possible. There's not going to be anything in there that's going to be phony. You're not going to see any of us, taking a bump from the Invisible Man or me waiting 5 seconds to catch him on a dive. No, you're going to see wrestling done the right way. So I think the fans are in for something special this Saturday.
Awesome, man. Hey, let me throw out just a couple names at you that are also in that tournament. So we got Matt Cross.
Okay, that's the bracket.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you know what? If I let's see here. I'm gonna go. That's I tell you what, of all the Super Indies in the past years, this is I'll put this up as one of the most stacked, Super Indies out there, Super Indie talents out there. That's pretty darn. There's a lot of big dudes too. Cole's a big dude. Jake's a big dude. Hammerstone's a giant guy. Anthony Green's a big dude. Bill's a big dude. I'm a big dude. I mean, there's 6 big guys. You know what I mean on independent wrestling standards. It's not a tournament of all little skinny flippy guys that don't have an ounce of muscle in their body. It's grown men. You got. Let me say, you got some grown men in this tournament. So,
what do you think what do you think about Hammerstone? I mean, Larry, correct me if I'm wrong, but is he not the MLW champion now?
Yeah,
he is.
I watched MLW last Thursday. Yeah, he's both champions. They're open weight champion, they're heavyweight champion right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a guy. That's definitely a guy that I would love to wrestle. I mean, he's everything I like. He's big, he's strong, he's a jacked guy. He can wrestle. I mean, that's kind of the style I like. I think him and I would be a perfect mesh. I mean, he's another guy. I can't believe he's not on WWE or AEW right now, killing people. I'm sure he's got himself a very nice contract and position in MLW right now. But I mean, still, when you look at that guy, he's pretty much the closest thing you'll see to Hulk Hogan.
Oh, wow!
Fair comparison.
So,
yeah.
I mean, you got Jake something. I've seen him on Impact before. He's a big dude. I've seen Matt Cross before. I know what he's capable of. You got the young guy Cole Carter. I mean, I've beaten his ass twice, so there's not really much else to say about that. I do question why he's in the bracket that avoids Big Time and I at the very end. I don't know. Maybe that's because he's the promoter's boy, and the promoter wants to make sure that he has the easiest way to get to the finals. I don't know.
Oh.
Anthony Green, another great
Shots
wrestler.
Fired.
Yeah, Anthony Green, another great wrestler. Atticus, I'm not a huge fan of Atticus because I'm not into that death match kind of stuff. That's just not my type of wrestling, but evidently he's very good at that, and that's awesome. So I know that if I do have to wrestle him, it's not going to be any weapon, so therefore I'm on good terms. And then, last guy, Big Time Bill Collier, he's out of all the guys on the tournament, Big Time Bill Collier is probably, in my opinion, is going to give me the hardest fight. So that's pretty much my rundown on Super Indy. If I had to pick, I would love it for me to be Hammerstone and myself in the finals. But like I said, we'll see what happens on Saturday.
That would be a hell of a match.
Let's pull that bracket up again real quick.
Yeah.
So, that could we're looking at a final. Spencer Slade.
Yeah, and trust me, I'll be if Hammerstone does get if Cole Carter does beat Matt Cross, whomever that Hammerstone or Jake something against Cole, trust me, I'll be rooting for them so bad because I do not want to see that kid in the finals against me. I come on, man. It doesn't really do when you've beaten somebody twice and you got to beat them a third time. It's like, come on, give me somebody else.
It's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
That'll be a great show. I mean, like I said, you can get. I think there's still tickets at the door that you can get. I know it's going to be a sold out. It's not going to be sold out because you can still walk in and get a ticket, but it might be standing room only. I know you can watch it on Fight TV, but this is IWC's biggest show of the year, Super Indy. It's the biggest indie tournament that you're going to find in the indie. So it's just this isn't just another indie show. This is a big time show.
I'll be watching from home. That's for sure.
I wish I could be there, but unfortunately, I have to be in a wedding because some silly son of a bitch decided he was going to get married. So,
well, hey man, at least you can catch the results online and watch it. But just make sure that you get on around 7 because the first 4 opening round matches I know are going to be the first 4 matches. So. It would be nice. You know what? It would be nice if Bill Collier and I opened the show at 7:00. That would be awesome. What a way to start the show.
Oh, that'd be a hell of an
Absolutely.
opener, no doubt.
Oh hell yeah, of course.
All right, and then let's talk about Imagine Wrestling.
Absolutely.
You teamed up with Bill over the weekend.
Yeah, yep. That was this past weekend where I saw you guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bill Collier and I destroyed Chris LaRusso and David Lawless probably for the 1,000th time. I mean, once again, you know, it just how many more times you have to beat somebody up for it to be enough? And then we finally got rid of those two clowns, so both Bill Collier and I can finally go one-on-one next month, November 12th, right there at the Civic Association. You'll get a chance to see Bill Collier and I again wrestle, again, this time for the best promotion, the Central PA Imagine Wrestling. Once again, this will be the 4th time Bill Collier and I will wrestle in an Imagine ring. I mean, I think it's going to be better than the first 3 matches. Once again, I think the wrestling fans there in Central PA are going to be very, very happy from what they get. I mean, you're not going to find a better wrestling match than that too. And it's going to be happens to be right there in Altoona, PA, for Imagine Wrestling, which is a great young promotion that Ken Downs is running. It's not, you know, it's not AEW. He doesn't have $1 million in budget, but he does it right. He runs the small towns, trying to build the name. You run it like a territory. That's why I love Imagine Wrestling. And you guys know the fans get into it, man. They get into it up there.
That's what I was just getting ready to ask you. What do you think? The past 2 shows, I know from just me and Stryker talking, the past 2 shows, the crowd has been white hot.
And you know what? I love this is what I like. They're more passionate than the IWC crowds. I tell you what, I love wrestling in front of the Imagine crowds more than IWC because when there's less fans but they make more noise, it feels more bigger and badass, and you feed more off of it versus 400 fans are just sitting there on their phone watching the show and don't really make any noise. You don't feel anything. That's why I love the Imagine shows, and those fans get into it. Like I said, we feed off of them. When they're louder, it makes me want to hit my opponent even harder. So I love it. I can't even imagine. I can't wait for November 12th. I can't wait to see how the fans are going to react when they see Bill and I try to tear each other apart for the coveted Imagine Wrestling Championship. And once again, just like I respect big time Bill Collier, but I'm making sure I'm coming out a 2-time Imagine Wrestling champion on the 12th.
Oh, damn!
Gauntlet has been
I love it.
Been put down.
I know. I'm wrestling Bill this Saturday for IWC, and then I'm wrestling for the title again a month later. How cool would that be that I beat Big Bill twice and beat him and take both of his titles? So, wait and see.
Oh.
I wonder, you know what? I wonder if, here, I just saw this. I want to know, you guys might know this, but I want to know on the independents if there's ever been a guy that's beaten another Indian guy who's been the champion of 2 different promotions within the same month. I wonder if that's ever happened.
I can't speak on that. I don't know that, but that appears that it's that is your.
Cool. That would be a pretty cool stat almost where you beat a guy twice, take his title from 2 different promotions. That would be pretty cool.
Jesus, Jebediah, Larry, the gauntlet has been laid down.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Hey, you know what has a good ring to it? Spencer 2 belts.
I love that, man. I love that.
Very nice.
Unfortunately, I can't wait. Unfortunately, I can't have both belts on both shows, which is cool. But I would love to have a picture of me just kind of holding both like this, And also too, man, it's not like it's like I beat Big Bill for one, and then you beat somebody like a name like a Hammerstone or Anthony Green for that belt. That means I beat 2 names for this belt. It's not like I beat Joe Schmo for these titles. When I wear those titles, it means something because you beat somebody for it. In the indie in wrestling, we always make the joke, who'd you ever beat? It's just to kind of mess around with people. But yeah, you know what? I beat Big Bill Collier. Who'd you beat? Yeah, that's right. You haven't beaten anybody better than him. So that's kind of the joke that I use.
Very cool, man. Very cool. That's definitely. I can't wait. Now you got me excited again, Spencer. I can't wait.
Dude, man, I am so excited. The fact that I get to wrestle big time Bill Collier and IWC and Imagine. I mean, I'm already looking forward to the stuff that we're gonna do. I'm already looking forward to how much better of a wrestler I'm just gonna be after these two matches. I mean, these are two matches that me as a guy who's trying to get signed. These are two matches that I so pray to get because you're wrestling the best wrestler out there in the Indies. That's what I want, man. And you're not going to get any better than big time Bill Collier. I'm sorry, you're not.
So Spencer, real quick before we go on to or JJ goes on to the next thing. So the day of this big championship match between you and Bill, what's going to be your go-to meal prior to the match? What's your go-to meal?
So that's actually a great question because I actually do have my like like I like in a sport it's called game day where I call my game days here in wrestling match days. So I do have like my match day routine. It's been the same ever since I started. It's worked for me. So usually I love to get a workout at the gym on a Saturday morning. So and then usually after that, I mean I like to have one of my like meal prep food meals that I get, and I'll have that, and I usually have that, about 3 to 4 hours before the show starts. That way when I go out there, I got a light stomach. I feel nice and lean and tight and ripped. I don't feel bloated or anything. And then usually I'll just get myself a big large coffee throughout the late afternoon and just sip on that and get the caffeine and then get my little stretching, get a little pump, a little water, and then usually an hour before it's time to go out. I don't really get a lot of indie guys get real nervous and tight. I get real calm and relaxed. I find like a corner of the locker room, and I just kind of sit there by myself and just do some push-ups, and I just stay calm because there's you already know you're gonna get nervous and have butterflies before you go out. So why get yourself even more of an emotional wreck before you go out? So I just stay calm and just realize that I'm going into the ring to do my thing and that most importantly have fun. So that's kind of my routine. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing exciting. It's just staying calm and most importantly taking care of your body because it's that ring's not forgiving.
Well, as you can see, Larry and I both take care of our bodies extensively.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, pretty soon I'm going to be looking like Spencer Slade here.
Hell yeah, man! You like I said, I always tell people all the time. If you ever need any advice or anything on health and nutrition, reach out. It's pretty. I think people don't realize how simple it is. It's basically you just find what works for you. You got to start somewhere.
Absolutely.
Well, Spencer, that's very nice, but I think that horse has left the barn already. But we'll talk about that later. So let me ask you, bud. Besides professional wrestling, which we know is a sport, it's not sports entertainment. It is a sport. What would you say your second favorite sport is?
Honestly, I'd probably have to say football just because I played it. We got our state championship medal here from high school, but definitely
Very cool.
football. Of all I've pretty much played every sport there is, but of all the sports, man, I lost passion for every sport but pro wrestling. I was very fortunate, like I said, to play football all the way up to the almost to like the Canadian Football League level. But me, like I said, I've always been a pro wrestling guy. I've lost passion for sports, so football's been my second sport. I don't miss playing football. It's not like I wake up every single day and think, man, you know what? I wish I played football. I mean, I watch Sundays are my football days. I'll just lay around and usually watch the NFL games, but I don't watch the games thinking, I wish I still was playing right now because I don't miss the game. There's just some things in life, and I'm sure you guys can attest to it. It's just some things and stuff in life. One day you just wake up and you say, you know what, I don't like this anymore. You just lose passion for it, and then
Yeah,
usually your real passion comes through when you're having fun and you find it. Like me, like pro wrestling, and I'm sure you guys have your own passions, but I would say football would be my second favorite sport, but it's not really a favorite anymore because wrestling's everything.
I feel
What's
it.
funny is people always ask me, hey, did you catch the game last night? Nope, didn't watch it. I watch wrestling. I don't really watch anything else but wrestling. That's just me, I'm out here trying to chase a dream and try to get to where I want to go. I'm not. Why would I watch another sport or somebody else doing their thing? It's just you should be worried about yourself, unless if you're a fan or don't really have anything going. But me, man, wrestling's me.
I gotcha. I actually thought you was going to say your second favorite sport was going to be curling. I can see you curling.
That's a good. Okay, that's a funny story because I know I always get the compliments on my bicep because I do I actually did some curls today. But I've actually been really intrigued by the actual sport of curling, which is in the Winter Olympics. If you guys have ever
Right?
watched that, where they use the little thing. For some reason, I don't know why, but that's my favorite sport in the Winter Olympics.
Mine
I
too.
I just love watching those guys do that. It's just so cool looking. It looks hard, but that's funny you said that.
I try to do it every winter here up where I live. I try to practice my curling skills, but it never happened. It doesn't work out too good.
Yeah,
that's never happened. That never happened.
First of all, you don't know what happens.
Oh.
See how he treats me, Spencer?
Yeah, man, you guys are.
You don't go out.
That's why
if it's lower,
I figured you guys couldn't be a tag team because it seems like you couldn't coexist. But then sometimes it would be like you guys would be like the Miz and Damian Sandow together. Like
if it's under 40 degrees, this asshole ain't going outside. I can assure you.
Oh, I'm there with you, man. I'm not a fan of cold weather at all.
See, now you're gonna make fun of him, Lund?
No, I'm not.
See, I didn't think so.
I don't make fun of anybody with an 8-pack.
All right, so Spencer, is there anything else you want to say? You want to plug anything? You have I can't remember the last time we had you on. Did you mention your pro wrestling tees store?
Yeah. I think yeah. So I'll go ahead and plug everything right now. So like I said, I'm big on social media. I'm sure you guys know I try to post something all the time because when you're in wrestling, what you have is your own content. It's not like when you're signed, you got a marketing team that does all this stuff for you. But when you're not signed like me, you got to do everything yourself. So you guys can find me on Facebook at Spencer Slade. You guys can find me on Twitter at Slade Wrestler. You can find me on Instagram at Slade Wrestling. You can find me on my own YouTube channel at Spencer Slade. You can get all of my t-shirts and merchandise on prowrestlingtees.com. #FearTheGear. All one word. And then you guys can catch me next this Saturday, IWC, the 20th anniversary of the prestigious Super Indy tournament. You can catch me there wrestling Big Time Bill Collier. On the 30th of the end of the month, I'll be back up in Boston for New England All-Star Wrestling. On November 6th, I'll be at the Winner Take All pay-per-view for IWC. November 12th is the IWC or the Imagine Wrestling Heavyweight Championship for against Big Top Bill Collier again. So those are the kind of the next 2, 3, 4 weeks where you'll find me if you want to see some action. So yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Boy, you and Bill are becoming the Flair Steamboat of the 2020s.
I know, right? That's it's a funny thing is because since I'm a big wrestling nerd, I'm also I do so much, like I watch so much wrestling all the time just because I'm studying film and I'm starting to realize that, Big Time Bill Collier and I are starting to have like this kind of like feud or this like chemistry where we're starting to have like since we've had great matches, we can kind of start like saying, we're like a Cena and Orton feud or a Flair and Steamboat feud, kind of like that. So, we're trying to kill it. So, whenever I'm signing on national television soon, and Big Bill, hopefully he's the same thing too. People can look back and say, oh, you know what? I remember that Slade Collier feud there at Imagine or IWC. Or did you ever hear about Slade Collier in the Indies? To me, that would be a little cool legacy to leave behind.
That would be badass. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm sure
Absolutely.
that both of you are going to have some contracts coming your way.
That's the goal, man. I want that's the goal. That's obviously the goal. So him and I are definitely going to have that in mind when we're wrestling this Saturday, because we're going to try to go out there and kill it and show people, what looks like when two grown men go out there and have a wrestling match.
Kill it, brother.
I can't wait. I can't wait, my man.
Yeah, so I'm sure I'll probably see you guys. I'm sure next time I'll probably see you guys in person. It'll probably be that November show up, and imagine you guys coming to that one.
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So, is it other than t-shirts? Do you have any hats or anything, Spencer?
You know what? No, unfortunately, all I have right now are the t-shirts that you can get on ProWrestlingTees.com, and then I have my 8x10s that I sell at the shows. Sometimes I'll start bringing some headgear that I give out to little kids. But, like I said, if you want my gear, get off Pro Wrestling Tees. They ship pretty darn quickly. I would much rather you get it there so you can wear it at a show. I'll have pictures for you at the shows. But most importantly, man, I just love when the fans come and watch and support and get loud, because that's what we love. We love when the fans are loud.
Absolutely. So, over the weekend when we saw you at Imagine Wrestling, you signed a few of these posters for us.
Yes, I did. Those were so cool. I didn't tell you this, but see, I don't know if you're honest to see, but I got mine right here.
Yes.
That was so cool. A lot of fans were having me sign towels, and then all of a sudden when I seen you come over to Larry and you gave me, I was like, holy crap, that's pretty cool, man. And I'm glad you did that, because I would have never printed that out for myself. So that's awesome.
Yeah, very cool. So we want to give this one away to somebody. So whoever's watching, if
Perfect.
Just say claim and it'll be yours.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah,
So
nice.
they gotta hit hashtag fear the gear.
Hashtag
Okay.
fear the gear. Hashtag fear the gear, and it's yours. And then maybe if you're such a nice person, you come to the show, I might have a couple other things for you as well. But yeah, whomever gets that, you're the lucky winner.
Yeah, man. So like JJ said, get this autographed poster by Spencer Slade, and all you have to do is hashtag fear the gear.
You already know,
And
baby.
we'll
That's
get this
simple.
to you. Very
That's
cool.
simple.
I tell you what, Spencer, me personally, I love coming to watch you wrestle, and I love talking to you, man.
Hey man, like I said, I really, really appreciate that. I'm actually really looking more forward for when you come watch Bill and I, because him and I, we're not in a tag match, so we could really do a lot more. I like tag matches, but I would much rather you come and watch me wrestle Big Time Bill Collier one-on-one, where we can really see what we can do. Because it's different when you watch it on film. Yeah, it looks good on film, but when you're there in person, it just feels different. So, like I said,
we're gonna be there.
I appreciate you guys. Both for having me on the show. I always appreciate the support. Like I told you guys before, no matter how far and big I make in wrestling, I'll always try to get on your show. I always try to support you guys, and the next time I see you is when you guys are going to be cheering for me beating Big Time for the title on the 12th.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I got to decide which T-shirt I'm going to wear.
You know what, man? You might have to. I've seen people do this thing where they cut the shirt in half and sew them together, half Slade, half Big Time shirt.
Yes.
My beautiful fiance is an excellent sewer. I may have to get her to do that.
Try that, man. That might look pretty badass too.
I might. That's something we could get into. Very nice idea. I'm going to take you up on that.
Hey, man, I'll be waiting to see what happens, right?
All right, cool.
All right, Spencer. Well, thanks again for coming on Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk.
I appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you guys on the 12th. Then up and imagine.
Yes,
All right,
sir. And good
Can't
luck.
wait.
Good luck over this weekend.
Appreciate that. Thank you. You guys are gonna love it.
See you later, Spencer. Oh man, how do you feel about that?
That he's a as I heard somebody say once before, that guy is salt of the earth.
I mean, I cannot wait to see Spencer Slade versus Big Time Bill Collier.
Well,
in November.
Yeah. I was just going to say, unfortunately, I'm going to miss Saturdays, but I will. But I mean,
This
we're going
Saturday.
to be this coming Saturday at IWC Super Indy 20. But you and I are going to be there in live and live in color.
Whew. And I'm sure the other shithead will be joining us, Reese.
And probably with a snoodle.
Oh man, like how cool is that? That I mean, it might not be cool to you, but you know that I gave Spencer one of these posters, and he has it up in his room. That's pretty freaking cool to me, man.
Oh, he appreciated the shit out of it, and that means a lot. Just a good guy all around. Absolutely.
Yeah, and like, what are we gonna do in November? Like, how do we? It's gonna be tough. Obviously we're friends with Bill and we're friends with Spencer. Like, what do we do?
Well, I know what I'm doing. He just gave me a good goddamn idea.
Listen, first of all, I don't think you're going to be able to get that done by November.
Jenna would do it tomorrow.
But wouldn't she have to cut both things right in half? Yeah, and then line them up and shit?
She could do it.
I just assumed it would take a long time.
I don't think. I'll ask her, but I don't think. Either way, I'm going to either that. So if that can't happen, I'm going to Switzerland.
Whew. Or just wear one for the first couple minutes, the other one for the rest of the show.
Well, I got to do a wardrobe change in the middle of the match.
Well, make sure you wear an undershirt. I'll hold your undershirt while you take off that shirt so nobody sees your belly or anything.
Yeah, nobody needs to see that. Good Lord.
That would be very cool, though, if she's able to do that with them two shirts.
I'm going to inquire.
Although she may think, she might be like, you know what, I'm going to get him back. All these T-shirts that he buys, I'm going to accidentally mess this one up, so there's two out the door.
Nah, she's not spiteful like that.
All right.
I know a couple people that are, but she's not one of them.
Let's see if anybody... I don't see anybody that says #Fear the Gear yet.
Well, you know what? That's fine. They're missing out.
Unless I'm not seeing it, I'll have to go on and see if anybody posted it on any of the other platforms.
Yeah, I don't know, buddy. You're more tech savvy than I am.
I won't go that far.
You're a techno beaver.
So what are you getting into this weekend?
I'm going to be a part in a wedding.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You mean you're actually going to get into a tuxedo?
Well, that's what they're telling me.
Hang on. So does this tuxedo have sleeves? Does it? We got to get a picture with you in a tuxedo.
You'll receive a photo.
All right.
Yeah.
Because every time I see you, I look at your guns, bro. Every time, all I see is guns.
Well, And I'm gonna be around a bunch of rednecks this weekend, so chances are you're gonna see guns anyway.
Oh, okay.
My good longtime personal friend Michael Marth is getting married. Hopefully this one will stick.
Very cool. Very cool. There's a big movie coming out tonight. Do you realize that?
I do, and I wish that you and I could have a mandate to go see it because I'm intrigued.
First of all, I'm not taking you out on a mandate because you would eat all the damn popcorn.
I am a lover of popcorn.
You got to save some for the big guy.
Well, I'll cut a hole in the bottom of the block.
Why? Jeez, oh man! Hang on. Shit, I'm gonna do it. Look,
What?
are we live? Jeez, oh man! As soon as you said that, you know what I thought of? The SNL skit.
Can I say it? But yeah, I mean, yeah, dick in a box.
Oh wait, hang on.
What?
Hang on. Before you say it, well, hang on.
How long am I supposed to hang on?
Hang on.
All right.
Now you can say it.
The famous skit with Justin Timberlake, dick in a box.
Yes.
As soon as I started saying it, I cracked up. I couldn't even get it out.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to go see that movie tomorrow. I believe by myself, and I'm just going to hang out, have some me time. Because I'm always doing something, man. Like if I'm not working, I'm still working because I do. Well, you know, I do DoorDash also when I'm bored.
Yeah, tomorrow is technically your day off, correct?
Yeah, yep. So, but you know, I get bored, so I DoorDash. Might as well do something.
All right, there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely not. I got to pay for that gas in that Jeep somehow.
Son of a bitch.
My God.
Wait till you start running it in 4-wheel.
That's what you said.
I know. Hey, listen, this was all. I told you all this shit. I still got tears coming out of my eyes.
Are we live?
Oh.
So, any new figures you got? Do you want to show off?
Oh, I did get a new one, yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I did. Matter of fact, oh no, I already showed that one. I don't think I showed this one.
Oh, okay. The Jericho.
Yeah, with the AEW title.
Very cool.
Yeah. It came in a plastic case. I didn't even pay for that.
You know what? I can't stand Jason Reese.
Me either. Why? Stay tuned for a TikTok video on his dashing experience. You know what? Go to sleep.
You know what, Reese? It's not my dashing experience, my dashing looks. That's what the hell it is.
Dashing Larry Stryker.
Dashing Larry Stryker. You're right. You jackwagon. So, well, here's my latest one. My latest figure. I got the Scarlet, the basic.
Okay, very nice.
You know, I love me some Scarlet.
Uh-huh.
But then again, I love me a lot of women.
You are quite the you're quite the pervert.
Why you gotta go pervert? I'm a ladies' man, is what you should have said, asshole. Sorry. Well, all right. So speaking of, I I forgot. I got this one too.
What is that?
That is the Britt Baker.
Is that with her Pittsburgh shit on?
That is not.
Man, those are hard to find.
Oh, I'll find it. I will find it.
Man, but you're going to pay a couple $100 for it.
I bet you I won't.
No, because you'll.
Easy.
Never mind.
I'll Santa Claus is coming soon. Maybe I'll get it as a Christmas gift. Christmas gift.
Okay.
Or a birthday gift. Don't forget my birthday is coming up soon.
I know.
Do you want my birthday list now, or do you want send it to you via email?
Yeah, please.
I got you.
I'm sure it's 5 pages long.
I cut it down a bit. It's 2.5.
Oh.
Oh, I forgot. And I got this one. You ready?
Mm-hmm. How did you get that?
What do you mean? How did I get it?
Did you steal mine?
Well, I was up by the airport a few days ago, and some lady was throwing wrestling figures out on the street.
Son of a bitch!
And this was one of them.
I gotta check my inventory.
You might want to check out, see who it was.
I gotta check my inventory.
You do. Oh, so how you doing in fantasy football, my friend?
Oh, I'm the drizzling shits.
I saw that you was winning big time. No pun intended. You was winning big time last weekend, and you lost.
Uncle Tony got me by 2.
You lost by 2 stinking points.
Yep.
So let me tell you my story.
Okay.
I was losing by I think it was 10 points. And I had Lamar Jackson going the late game.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them tying it up and going to overtime, I wouldn't have won. Because
you did win.
I did. I came back and won.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Only because he threw a pass and it completed it for I can't remember how many yards, but it took him over 300 yards passing, I believe, or 350, and it gave me that bonus.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But now this week starts the buys. So this is going to be very interesting.
Everybody's going to be screwed.
Yep. We're going to see how really good you are at fantasy football.
Well, that has nothing to do with that. There's no players available.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, how good are you to pick up second, third string players and see what happens?
Well, I can assure you right now, I'm no good.
Well, no, because you only pick up guys that sound like wrestlers, like Funk. And
I dropped him.
Oh, you finally dropped him?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was the only one in the United States that drafted him. What are we doing? What's that for?
This is the king crown.
Did they give you that for the amount of cheeseburgers you ate?
No. Do you not know who I am?
I'm aware of who you are.
I am the chili fucking king.
Well, here we go with this chili shit.
I am the chili fucking king.
All right. Well, then get a crown that says chili and not Burger King.
Well, that's the best thing I can do.
Okay.
I'm balling on a budget.
As am I.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I got wrestlers and championship belts. I could probably pay this house off if I sold all the bullshit I bought.
You mean that spinner belt?
That's right.
Well, let's see it. Put it on, big guy. Put it on. Put it on. No, not over the shoulder. Put it on.
It doesn't fit.
What the hell you mean? I got it on you that night.
But you touched me inappropriately. You weren't trying to put the belt on me. Stop it.
Easy. See, there you go.
I got to get a nameplate.
A nameplate? You better get a fucking extender.
It fits. I'm not wearing it.
Like a seatbelt extender.
Yeah. I had to get the collar extender for my shirt for the wedding this weekend.
So, when you got measured for your tux, did you feel like was you on Friends? Was you having Friends flashbacks of getting measured for your?
No, because Jen did it.
Oh, so if you would have had a flashback, it would have been okay then if she did it.
That would have been fine.
I got you.
Yeah.
And is she watching on this fine evening, or what's she doing?
I don't believe so. She was feeling a little under the weather.
Yeah, putting up with you. I would too.
I can't argue that.
I didn't mean to say that out loud. I thought I muted my mic.
Okay.
Well, you have a safe trip tomorrow.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
And I'll hold the fort down and Jay Tizzle.
Sounds good.
And so when are you coming home? Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Whew. Man. All right, my guy. Well, another good night on Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk.
Anytime we can get on with these guys, and these guys are the top indie wrestlers in this part of the country. Anytime we can get on with those guys, we appreciate them, and obviously they appreciate us. So it's a good time.
So I do want to address one thing before we go.
Okay.
You made the comment a few weeks ago that you would let me through a table.
Yeah, I said that.
I believe we got a table available.
Who got a table?
I'm not going to say who, but I'm saying we got a table available. So you either got to put up or shut up. I'm putting your big ass through a table.
Well, I'm just not going to let you do it. Like, you have to.
No. You're a bitch. Let me do it, and that's going to be over. You shouldn't have opened your mouth.
All right.
I mean,
you better hope my mom don't see this.
Well, you know what? You shouldn't have opened your big mouth. That's your fault. So you explained to your mom that you opened your big mouth and said, "Hey, you know what, Straker? You put me through a table." Don't say something if you can't back it up.
All right. Well, we'll see.
No. One way or another, you're going through a table.
If you can put me in position to be put through a table, God bless.
I'll put you in a position to be put through a table.
Stop that.
To be put through a table, I said. Will you let me finish?
I'm going to finish on your face. I got to get out of here.
Oh.
I've had it with this.
All right, Jake. Close us out. Let's go.
All right, guys. Hit up our sponsors. Habits Beer and Tobacco, 960 Franklin Street. Red's Barbecue, 3116 Elton Road, the old Country Garden building. And follow our social media on Facebook. We are on YouTube, and we have a Twitter page. Hit us up, please. Thank you. Peace.